it's still showing an error has occurred. It's so frustrating. Like, why? This is literally driving me crazy. This is the same issue. I'm like, this is my problem. For the last 20 years, from like say 2000 to 2020, tech companies work their asses off to provide useful software tools, platforms that would draw users in. They're looking, they're making things that people want to use. And it was largely run, like tech companies were run by tech people. They're run by people who are like programmers, nerds, programmer managers, like people from the industry. And then over the last decade or more, but like more and more of this like banker investment firm style, like tech bros investment shit has taken over all the tech companies. They've been gobbling up all the small companies. Everything's been amalgamated. Markets have been cornered. It's monopolies. Now tech are these giant monopolies that own like everything, and they don't put out good products anymore. Google is almost completely busted on almost its entire product line. Their tech services, like actual like hard tech, is fucked. Like it's just fucked, from their like home tech environment to the phone environment. Like, I don't think I'll ever buy another Google product for as long as I live. Like, they would have to radically change and have a crazy reputation for a considerable amount of time before I'd ever consider buying another Google product. They have been just a complete bomb in the last like 5 years. It's been horrible. They've been fucking horrible. And then don't get me started on other Google stuff as well, but the same goes with like their search engine. Like the Google search engine sucks now. Any fucking query you put in for a search just brings you Reddit and fucking Quora. You can't find any useful information on fucking anything. Like Google search sucks if you have a fucking problem. It is fucking crazy. The Elgato, like Corsair is this like tech company that bought Elgato. Elgato was kind of an upstart and dominating the streamer space mostly, but their product has been absolute trash in the last 2 years. I've had so besides the fact that my Elgato, my very expensive Elgato game capture card and software is just almost useless now. After having years of success with like the 15 button Stream Deck, worked great, everything, loved it absolutely to death. I finally invested like almost $400 and got a Stream Deck XL with the 32 keys or whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, you know what? More keys, more fun, more stuff, I'll have it. You know what? It's fucking laggy. Half the time, half the key presses don't work. It does not work good at all. The Stream Deck XL is kind of a broken ass dud for me. And unfortunately, I am always of the mind like, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I can figure it out. Maybe there's an issue. By the time I realize what's going on, I usually miss my fucking like 30-day window to get returns from fucking Amazon. I didn't think I would just be straight up sold a dud straight from fucking Stream Deck. But so I spent $400 on a fucking Stream Deck that's barely fucking works. I got $400 on a capture card that's basically barely fucking works, if not working at all, and in no way the way it's supposed to work. What else? Dude, I got this fucking like this $600 fucking like AIO from Corsair, the big heavy duty like 340 mil fans, LCD screen on the fucking like on the cooler, like, and the screen's like intermittently not working and vibrating and going fucked up like a fucking old like CRT television where the fucking like one of the dials is too far over or something. Like all my Corsair or Elgato stuff is fucking trash. And it's and none of it is like cheap introductory stuff. All of it, all my Corsair Elgato stuff is the most expensive things that Elgato makes in those categories.
Did someone say vibrating?
it's like I got like this Stream Deck XL. That's their like most expensive bit of tech that they make in that category. It's barely fucking works. I've got the 4K 60 Pro capture card. That is the most expensive fucking tech that they sell in that category. It pretty much has barely ever worked. It's been busted since after a year, like almost like a year, basically after the warranty's up on it. It was never working properly, and it's been just getting worse and worse and worse ever since. This fucking like it's like what was it, a $600, $600 fucking AIO, like a fancy fucking like cooler with a LED screen like over the fucking cooler, blah 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 blah. It's working fine as a cooler, but part of what makes it an expensive fucking component is that it has this LED screen that you can do all this custom like stuff happening on your PC, right? It's neat, it's dorky, whatever. But that's like having issues now where the screen's like flickering like really, really fast and you can't see the images. Like I basically have it cycling a bunch of like One Piece GIFs that I like curated just to be, you know, stuff I think it looks cool on my machine. And it just not working right half the time. Again, this isn't some cheap knockoff like third-party Chinese brandless AliExpress version of this tech. These are all the most expensive tech in their categories by Corsair fucking Elgato, and they all have major issues. I would have to say that I'm over $1,000 in broken tech. This is all money that I'm just not really able to afford, just on the cusp, but I could justify it in the sense that like, well, this is my hobby. This is how I spend my free time. Some people buy cameras, some people work on cars, some people have all other real life hobbies. I can justify spending this money because I spend all my time doing this and I enjoy it. So I guess it makes sense that I would want to buy some cool tech so I could make my broadcasting give me more headroom to be more creative and do more things that are like visibly cooler. And to spend that money on that headroom and on that tech, to have it consistently fail when, you know, I spent good money to not have to worry about that problem at all is insane to me. And Corsair Elgato has the only fucking channels you have to complain about it is to go through their ticket RMA process, which of course it takes months for this stuff to hash out on like random messaging. You don't get one-on-one like interactivity with any tech support, so you can't actually talk and hash out like what the issues are. You have to say what your problem is. They send you a whole bunch of fucking questions. 99 out of the 100 of them don't apply to your scenario, and it's a big waste of everyone's fucking time when you could just go on a tech support call and go through a flowchart in real time to figure out what some problems are. Sure, some users aren't going to have any technical savvy and it would just be like pulling fucking all your hair out trying to deal with those customers. But some of us aren't like technically illiterate and would just like to fucking have a quick message connection and get it solved really fast and done. One and done, gone. Thank you. Have a good day. I just finished that huge like bathroom renovation for a customer recently, and they bought like a steam shower that I installed after the Christmas break there, because there was like a limited time for the warranty, so she wanted to make sure it was going to work and everything. So I installed the steam shower and it seemed to be working okay. And then she messaged me saying, oh, there's water coming out of the steam head, that blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. So the next day I go back trying to figure out what's going on, and I get on a call with tech support for this like expensive steam shower company. And it took a little bit, like it took nearly an hour before I got through to tech support, but I talked to a real person. who's speaking like North American English and very patient, very knowledgeable. We talked through the scenarios, and it was quick, figured out the issue, solved it, and I will speak the praises of that tech support for the rest of my fucking life, because that's what tech support should be like. Not this automated system that just sends you in circles, keep referring you back to the same solutions that are not solutions. Like, it's funny, the biggest companies in tech, the richest companies in tech, now put out the worst products with the most problems and offer no solutions to the users. None. You're fucked. If you try and go to Reddit to complain about it, hoping there's a knowledgeable user out there who can maybe help you out, because you sure as fuck can't get any help from like the company itself, you just get a bunch of fanboys downvoting your fucking your posts in the Reddit because no one wants to hear about their favorite tech not working. It's fucking insane. So like, you're fucked now. There's no good tech anymore. Technology has now gotten to the point where, like, has gotten to the point where systems are so convoluted, so complex, so robust that most of these things can't be solved by small, earnest companies with a few dedicated, interested people who are the ones behind the tech. You need thousands of people to work on tech nowadays. And these large, robust companies have all been bought up by investment firms and are run by banking managers. And all they're looking for are ways to monetize every time your eyes are on a fucking screen. They don't give a fuck if the tech works. They only want to make money off you. So they sell you a product, and then they want to make money off you afterwards. They want to make money off your info. They want to make money off your interactivity. Warranties mean nothing. Like, you're fucked. So if you're an enthusiast, if you're a DIY enthusiast in this day and age, and your DIY enthusiasm is tech-based, you're fucked. You can't even go out there and find reliable, like, communities. Like Reddit has all but destroyed the old kind of message board systems for enthusiasts for any particular thing. And if you find a subreddit for the thing you're into and you need to complain about the tech that you're having issues with, you just get downvoted by fanboys, so your shit's never fucking visible. Or if, as in one of my posts earlier today on the Elgato sub, straight up got deleted by a fucking mod. It got fucking deleted. It's like, what the fuck? Like, we're fucked, guys. We're fucked, because we're all here largely because we're a bunch of fucking nerds who are tech enthusiasts whose hobbies are based on tech. Like, no amount of money is going to solve these problems for you. You're fucked. We're fucked. I spend as much time solving issues with my tech these days than I do just having fun with my tech, or just having my tech make my life easier. It's fucking nuts. Like, this is decay. Like, this is a prime example of how capitalism ruins everything. Capitalism has taken tech and turned it into something that is unusable. Like, that's fucking nuts. The more money you spend on the most primo fucking gear, the more likely you're going to spend more of your time trying to problem solve it to justify your fucking use and purchase of this fucking gear than you're ever going to spend just using it and having fun. Like, that's fucked up. And if you're someone who's like not super wealthy and you've made this investment because you love doing this shit, you can't even afford any recourse. Like, it's not right. It's not fucking right. Anyways, that's the theme of today's hangout. Again, I don't know why. So I use Restream. I've had this for a while. I initially got it when I wanted to put together the Soy Bomb, the actual legitimate like Soy Bomb music oriented content and brand and channel and stuff that I built over COVID, then got burnt out on it and got imposter syndrome and just kind of lost. I just walked away from it. But I recently came back to it because of the last Soy Bomb show and shit. And then I realized afterwards, I'm like, wait, I can add all of my regular content channels to Restream, and I can just select those channels, and I can unselect the Soy Bomb music stuff and select the Soy Bomb gaming stuff, and then multi-stream all at once. I pay for this service, right? It's a monthly service, and it's not working. It's not working with the TikTok aspect of it. I don't know why. So on that note, I was gonna stop streaming and start streaming again. Couldn't go live. Go to Restream and try again. Maybe your live access. Make sure your live access is approved. Access approved. Access status, Restream approved. Congrats, your access to go live on TikTok from your streaming tool has been approved. For more details, check out TikTok app. Okay, I mean, I went to TikTok app and you can't find anything. The TikTok app on Android has always been like unusable. At least, I have a professional account for some reason, and I think that's why I have a lot of issues trying to sort stuff out. I should make a user account, sync up to that. I'm gonna stop my stream again.
Power trip.
TikTok streaming is a dumpster.
It is. But if you get it working, there's a lot of potential. Lo-fi needs to be the official soundtrack to every Soy rant stream. It's like lo-fi music is the sweetness to my salt. It's like if you add some lo-fi hip hop in the background of me ranting, it's like Chicago mix popcorn. It's like cheesy and salty, but there's also some caramel. I do see that. I do get it. All right, stopping the stream.